Welcome to this vloggy sketchbook tour. I will be talking about recent trips that I took for my art feeding needs and also things that inspire me, as well as I will be taking you through a recent trip to see bluebells. We'll also stare at the sun through the leaves. It's something that I find really beautiful and inspiring. Let me know if you agree. But also we will be going through this watercolor sketchbook. It's this lovely sketchbook by C. White of Brighton, made in UK. And yeah, I drew on location in it. I joined a few drawing sessions. There are also some weird self-portraits. I will also give you a sneak peek of my current projects and my current sketchbooks and what I've been up to, like markets and things that inspired me from other artists, but also have a look at the lichen in the woods. And we also look at some pages that inspired my recent sticker sheets, and I will give you a bit of an honest view at my recent markets and how those went. Here I am setting up for a recent fair, and let's get started. So things that I find very inspiring and relaxing at the same time is nature. I love staring at trees in the wind. I love staring at the sun peeking through the branches. It's just something really calming about it, and to the point where I actually am trying to paint something like this for my graphic novel, where the sun is peeking through the branches. I generally find a lot of beauty in the everyday world, and I always look around and try and spot those things. I think it's important in humans' lives, but also artists' lives, to notice things. So yeah, I hope you kind of relate to that. I just wanted to give a super quick mention to the sponsor of this video. By watching my videos, you directly support me, the artist behind the videos, so thank you. We should get into the sketchbook tour first, and then we'll have a few interludes in the middle where I'll be talking a bit more about my inspirations. I'd like to start by showing you a few of my recent projects. I really want to go back into painting on canvases, so I pre-painted all of these. In the same fashion as last video, we're starting with a messy desk. This is just the reality. And we're going to move on from here. Ta-da! Clear desk. Okay, I don't know what you prefer, whether you prefer seeing my current projects first or not. Let's start with my current project. So, the first thing that comes to my hand are these miscut stickers. There's always some casualties. Always. How is the sound? Is that better? I am still getting used to my new microphone. Okay, so there's always some casualties. This one was miscut, and I can't work out what the heck is wrong with this sticker sheet, like the sheet of paper that I'm cutting these stickers on. No idea. And these all came out existentially bad. So I'm going to give these out for free to anyone who wants them at the next market. I also have a really exciting thing to share. I am really excited and happy. These comics are traveling to London with me on Friday. For you, it will be in the past. But these comics are traveling with me to London, to Gosh Comics, who are going to stock these comics for me. So I prepackaged them, and I didn't know if I should put like little business cards in them, because people are bound to take them out of these, and it might get messy, so I might not put anything inside. But this is a dream come true, so I really wanted to share that with you. So that's the London part. I also started preparing a few zines, because there will be a drink and draw at Gosh Comics as well, and I really wanted to join them. I've been joining them on the good old or bad Twitter during lockdown when they were online, and now for the first time I am going to visit the in-person drink and draw with Gosh Comics. It's like an event where people get together and draw comics together to some prompts. Okay. So today we'll be looking at this sketchbook. So it will be a sketchbook tour of this. This is a watercolor sketchbook, I believe, and it took me quite a while. I'll show you a sneak peek because I have a few more projects to share with you. Actually, let's get into the sketchbook, and then we'll kind of mix things up, you know. Okay, I got this sticker at Zine Cuisine in Bournemouth. I can't remember who made it, but it's really cool. It's Snufkin from Moomins. All of these like little guys are from Beastly Worlds, and these bigger ones are from Savannah Storm. These two are kind of like made-up characters from BitBob game. If you have a chance to grab a book of BitBob, I'm going to show you because it's really cool. I'm not sure how much I can show you, but this is a game but by a local group of artists, like a TTRPG kind of imagination kind of game. You only need to print out a character sheet for each person and use 1d6, which is just a standard regular dice. And you make up characters and it's all based on your imagination. You can make, I will try and make sure that I pop like my design for our characters from the one time we played this. It was like a one-sitting game. It's got 56 pages. It's amazing. It's by, well, I got it from Benjamin Page, but this is the whole team. Sorry, it's 2d6, not 1d6. So it's 2 dice. Super easy to like get hold of a couple dice. And it's amazing. Okay, so onto the sketchbook tour. Some more stickers at the back. This is, I forgot again. I'll pop that on the screen. Cat Studio, my sticker, some random stickers. I'm not really sure where they came from. And this one, I'm not sure either. I wish I knew. Anyway, so this is a sketchbook that I really enjoyed. It's Sea White of Brighton, all handmade in UK. It's a watercolor paper, not finished, so like quite nice paper, although it doesn't mention anywhere about it being cotton. But for this price, it was £7, just under £7. It was very good price for like value for money. And it's got 40 pages in total, and it's quite thick paper, 350 GSM. So yeah, I don't normally work in like landscape sketchbooks, although I have a few like this. And here, so I'm hiding my details for, these are in case I lost my sketchbook and someone found it. Some packaging from Sophie McPike. I just could not bring myself to throw it away and I couldn't take off the stickers, so I just cut the envelope. A tea bag. This sketchbook is kind of special because it took me 350 days of practice of like progress. So I started in March, on 9th of March 2025 and finished in February 2026. So if you see those days, it means that I started on my day. So I draw every day. This was my day 455 and I finished it on my day 805. So I finished it a couple months ago now. I always like numbering and counting my days because I like that as an incentive to do more drawing every day. And yeah, so 350 days, it's almost a year, and you can kind of, hopefully there's some growth in it, but we'll see. That doesn't have to be a growth in a sketchbook as long as you enjoy it as well. So this was, the first page was a session with Sophie McPike. I think we painted something in the middle. So like the star was painted first, and then all these other colors are this color mixed with this color to give this result, or with the blue to give purple, and so on and so forth. I think you get the gist. I kind of love this gold. It's beautiful, isn't it? I mixed it with the pink and it gave this lovely shade. So it was, I guess, to help us experiment with colors a bit and try out new things. I need to do this more often. I think it's kind of really fun and yeah, good practice. And here I just loved, or maybe had left over on the palette, a bit of paint, and I used like I tried to create like a gradient. It's slightly granulating nicely. And this paint is, I think I have it here on this palette. It's either Pink or Opera by Shinhan Pass. A lot of these are just Shinhan Pass. They're very cheap and they kind of aren't the best quality, but for sketchbooking, nothing better. Okay. Here I think I just used leftover paint. I just didn't want to throw it away or like waste it. You can re-wet gouache paint and like Shinhan Pass. It's like a mixture of gouache and watercolor. It's sort of in between, but I don't like how it re-wets, so I used up as much as I could. And this was another exercise with Sophie McPike, so if you haven't heard of Sophie McPike, go check out her Patreon. She's an amazing teacher, and she also makes a lot of art. And yeah, I've loved supporting her ever since I signed up for her Patreon first. I just love what she does. I love her approach to teaching as well and sharing her knowledge. It's really cool. So here we start with 2 colors, I think, on the opposite side of the color wheel, and then we added extras, and then we added some whites. And I don't know what this was meant to be, but I guess I added lots of tests and swatches in here. Just a nice inspirational piece. This, I think I was learning how to layer watercolors. Don't remember what the reason was for doing this. Then I tested some white pencil. And so this was Prismacolor, Woomer, Stabilo, Derwent. And for this particular instance, Derwent were the best because it's hard but smooth, which makes no sense, but I guess it made sense in the moment. Let me just center this for you. And this is all art graph. So I've been testing out different brushes and making a note of them. I'm a bit more intuitive with my brushes, so I usually just pick them up as and when I feel like I'm not very precious about them. And I love cheap brushes. The cheaper the better. Although I love this Roman Szmal Pure Squirrel. It's amazing. It's expensive, but it's amazing. And I put down control 9 out of 10. Water, I guess how much water it takes, 10 out of 10, because it has extra bristles. Maybe I have it. I hope you like recommendations. If not, you can skip maybe 10-15 seconds ahead. I tried, but I can't find it. I have a couple of them because one of them started fraying and I really wanted a second one. It wasn't this one. Yeah, it was Roman Szmal 911 size 4. I just realized how it sounded. 911. And yeah, Boldmere are super cheap. They're from like the Works, I think, where you buy 5 or 10 brushes for like a few quid. And Pro Art are a bit more expensive. They're very nice as well. But yeah, I use Boldmere and like really cheap ones the most because it feels less precious. And here I was just doing a few more trials, trying different things out, trying to create textures, different kind of techniques and things, experimenting basically. So this was still in March last year. This I remember. So a nice thing about painting in plein air, or like taking your sketchbook outside or anywhere you go really, is that you really commit that place and that event to your memory. And I remember where I sat, I remember what I saw, I remember there was a bird, and I can't remember the name of the bird, like the breed, but I remember what they looked like. They were like going into the tree, into their like little house inside the tree, like super cute. It was a lovely day, a lovely walk, and yeah, it was just really fun to experiment. I struggle with doing scenes like that, so all in all I don't hate it because it's practice. I kind of like how I painted this tree. Yeah, I wasn't feeling very confident with watercolors. I don't think I still am, but I've learned my ways with certain things. Hacks and things. This is like a really cute business card from Giulia Casarotto shop, and I'm pretty sure I ordered from this person twice already because I have 2 of these. And yeah, I just saved some packaging, scroller box packaging. I made an art swap with Melissa Martin art, and I also made an art swap with Wild Pencil art and an ink. It didn't seem to be very shimmery, even though it was called shimmering ink. Just an observation, I guess. Just trying all the different greens that I have. That's a very weird green compared to all the others. I don't know if I'm missing any. I'm still learning what's like warm and cool in terms of colors. I just look at it, I'm like, it's green. Is this cool? I know this is cool. And maybe this is warm, but the rest, it's anyone's guess. I really love this. I think it's like the Shire Green or something from Daniel. No, not Daniel. Oh, this will bother me. Schminke. Because they made those super granulating colors and they're absolutely stunning. This one's made by hand by someone I met at a local zine fair, and I loved picking up like a handmade paint. You don't get that every day, so it was quite nice to support them. These are some, what is the brand? It's been a long day. It's gouache by Holbein, and I absolutely love their gouache paint. It's just stunning. This green maybe isn't as flat colored as the other ones, and maybe this green and red aren't. But look at this. This is like, I'll show you closer. It's like one flat color. They're beautiful. I'm not sponsored. Well, if Holbein ever sponsors me, I would be very grateful because I love their products and I wouldn't mind. But if you're Holbein, reach out. But anyway, seriously though, I really enjoyed these paints. I think these are all my colors. I'm kind of saving my pocket because I'm going to Japan towards the end of this year, and I know I will try and hunt them down. Some of the sets, if you've been to Japan and you know where I can get Holbein spring, you know, those seasonal ones, I think it's Irodori, like a whole set, but it's themed around a season. Please tell me where I can find them. My Japanese friend tried and she also couldn't find them. And yeah, I think the Japanese shops are a bit differently laid out or labeled or something than the like English ones. And if that makes sense, does that make sense? I don't know anymore. I'm just going to embrace the chaos now, and hopefully you can bear with me. I feel like I'm rambling, but I want to feel like I'm talking to a friend, which in a way you are my friend, even though you can't talk back, you can kind of comment back, but yeah, we are friends here because we all like art. Do art all day. It was a really good day full of art. I guess I was happy. I designed these to-do pads, notepads, I'm not sure what to call them. I struggled. I wanted to order them from a company who makes them, and their templates were just not working. I tried to ask them for help. They didn't help me really, so I never really made them. I just printed a few samples. Like they're supposed to be bigger. This was just like a test. Another page of testing. This was really fun to make. Like, I think it's important to play in your sketchbooks, and I really want to do more of this. It can feel like a waste of good paper, but I don't mind. And also I can scan these textures and use them in because this is for my graphic novel, and I can scan these textures and use them as brushes or clipping masks and things like that. So I can definitely, this is not wasted at all. And I was testing hatching and different ways of painting as well. This was like very foamy. I guess I was using a brush that created a lot of foam as it was painting. It can add, I don't know, this could be interesting to paint water. So I might come back to that. This is one of my favorite drawing sessions, as in drawing groups. That let me rephrase that. Have you heard of Odd Orange Art or Odd Orange Stationery? They're run by Morgan Grice, and she makes beautiful handmade sketchbooks. If you've been here a while, you might have seen me show a sketchbook from one of the Odd Orange sketchbooks. But she also organizes 2 drawing sessions a month. One is free, one isn't. And I'm not sponsored, but from the first time I joined a session live, I never looked back. I immediately went back and bought all the other ones, and I've missed maybe 1 or 2, but I always watch the replays. Like, I've not missed a single one since then. And this was, I guess, statues maybe. And yeah, I used a blue, I think it's like Gansai paint, but it's by Holbein and not by Kuretake, which is the more popular brand. I just love how I added the background in a free and carefree way. Carefree and free? I don't know. And here's this guy. Oh, this was museums. Okay, the theme was museums, and I have other sketchbooks because this was very watercolor heavy. I had to use different sketchbooks in order to let them dry in between the references. And this was a guy just looking at a painting, and I decided to paint cats as the painting. That's not that's not what this photo was. But I love how his face turned out, how simple and yet characterful it turned out. Doesn't happen often with me. Okay, center that. Spoilers. This was a local art society, and we were kind of drawing inspired by, like, I can't really even describe it. It was different like mythical characters, or this person was specializing in like painting dwarves and gnomes, and it was all really beautiful kind of fantasy style paintings, really intricate. And we were supposed to take 2 photos from the given references and combine them into like a character. And I painted this. I don't know, I kind of like this person. I like their eyes. And here, just a page of, I guess I don't like painting on a background like this, so I just try to cover it with ink and move on. Some paintings of flowers. I might go back to them because a latest lesson from Sophie McPike actually included simplifying flowers, and that's so about last year. In May last year, I was doing a lot of simplified flowers, so it would be nice to go back to these ones. And art hang party. Can you spot a theme in my sketchbook? I love drawing with others, and it took me a long time, so if you want to steal all those art clubs and places and so on, feel free to join them as well. It's really fun, and I think the more people find them, the better. This was Art Hang Party with Melissa Martin Art. I struggled, I guess, but it's documented here, so yay. I also have been doing this secret project where I was painting or drawing a self-portrait every day, or like tried to draw them as often as I could. One of these is already a sketchbook tour. I haven't shared 2 or 3, I think I have 3 others, 3 other sketchbooks that I haven't shared anywhere. And this was one of the self-portraits. I think it's really weird and creepy, and I like that about it. And this was like, I saw a washi tape on Etsy, and it's just so expensive to order things from the States. And I just got inspired. I don't know if I copied it directly or not, and I don't know who the artist was, but this was just like, I don't know, dumping ideas, or not ideas, inspiration onto paper. And this was, all of these are from, well, these are like doodles I added, but these quick sketches are from an art hang party session that was inspired by my trip to Japan last year. I shared some photo references with Melissa, and we drew them and painted them on live stream. I will link Melissa's channel in the description below, so you can check her videos out. She has a massive repository of all those art hang parties. She also does other things in art related, so go check her out. But yeah, I love, obviously the pages aren't perfect and they're very quick. I had a lot of chats, so I was chatting in the comments, not in the comments, in the live chat, I guess, while this was happening, but I tried to also quickly paint. Brings back memories, even though they might not mean much to you. And here's, well, some washi tapes. I think I picked this one up from the airport in Tokyo. Kita stamp stickers and art hang party sticker. I love these. And yeah, chaos, yay. I was just embracing the fact that I wasn't making much sense in my paintings. I don't remember. I do remember this. And yeah, this was the cat at Shibuya Crossing, the cat projection thing the 3D cat. It's really cute and fun, and he always pops up and at random times and does something and then disappears again, and other ads come up. This was in Koen Ueno, the Ueno Park, sorry, and this was one of the places in Asakusa. Not that, yeah, they're very vague, so you don't need to necessarily know all the details, I guess. And this is one of my favorite pages here. This was inspired by a recent trip, like at the time, recent trip. With my art friends, we went away to do some, what's it called? Camping? Not camping, we had tents. Basically, we had a tent, and we spent a couple nights on a field doing arty things and going around and exploring the area and painting and drawing, eating, and generally just having the best time. And I got very inspired during that trip, so I think I wanted to do like a newsletter heading, but I never used this. I love painting these flowers. I love going places and then taking photos of all the plants that grow in the cracks of concrete or in the on the side of the road or something. And this is one of those kinds of pages. Okay, I think let's take a very quick break. I would like to just mention the sponsor of this video. Me! Yes, you guessed it. I think if you've been here a while, you have heard my weird ads. If you like these videos or my art and you'd like to support me, you could check out my free Patreon or my paid Patreon, or you can go and check out my Etsy shop, where I have lots of comics, stickers, frogs, cats, zines, everything you can imagine, stationery. Yeah, go and check it out. I'll pop a QR code directly linking you to my Etsy shop, so you can scan it, or you can go to weirdisthebest.etsy.com, and I hope to see you there, but no pressure at all. This is just if you're interested. Okay, let's go back to current projects, because I still have a few, and I have some recommendations as well. I will try to, I always have millions of recommendations, but I will stick to a few. This sketchbook is almost, almost coming to an end. I drew this today waiting for my food, and it's almost finished. And I also have a few more, which I'll show you in a sec. I just started this Midori paper sketchbook, and it started with Sophie McPike's Scribble Brigade exercises, the simplified ones that I mentioned. And I'm trying to use this sketchbook as my way to push my simplifying. Or maybe I'll change my mind and do something completely different in this. It's got super smooth paper, perfect for like ink drawing or fountain pens and things like that. And I have a couple more that are, I don't know how YouTube will feel about this, so I'll censor it, sadly. This sketchbook, almost at the end, very close, like a few pages left. So this will be coming very soon. It's a chunky one. It's also Sea White of Brighton, but this one's cartridge paper, so a bit less quality than the other one. But I found that the local Waterstones stock it, and I just grabbed it on the whim because I want to show those local shops that people want sketchbooks. And there's nothing wrong with having a few spares. So that's where this came from. And this sketchbook, I think it will take me a while to finish. I'm about halfway in. So that's another one of these, but this one was slightly different paper, cheeky. It's slightly cheeky, I guess. And this one's medium weight watercolor paper. So it's like 100 and something grams lighter for the same price. By the way, shrinkflation and all that, so not unexpected. And also, I've been joining a lot of London Drawing Group sessions, and this was a really inspiring session called Weird Botany. And we were this is very inspired by the tutor, so these aren't, well, they're my ideas, but they're very heavily influenced by the tutor, like the color choices and the shapes are inspired by the tutor, so they're not my I guess not fully my original ideas. But I hope to push these shapes further and kind of develop them into something maybe. I like dabbling in abstract art, just like for my brain, I guess, because it makes me happy. It opens something like, I don't know, in my mind my neurons connect or something crazy like that. I also would like to recommend a few things, but hang on. I've been preparing for the next market. I just ordered a restock of these bags, and I love drawing on the thank you bags, and I always stamp them with my Instagram and my website. And every bag is slightly different and hand drawn with like a Sharpie. So just having fun with these. That's that. And recommendation. This is Jack Kingston. I got this on Etsy. I've been eyeing this up for a long time, and I just redid our photos, pictures, art on the where the staircase is, and there was a gap, and I want to replace it with this. It's so pretty. It's just this lichen. I want to draw like this. I have been inspired to go and explore lichen in real life. I mean, I tend to do that anyway, but the illustrations on that art inspired me to do this again, and I went on a little trip to see some bluebells, and I saw this amazing lichen there, so I had to record it. And I think this is a nice little segue to take you along on the trip with me. So a few days ago I went to this lovely place in the New Forest here in Hampshire in UK, and I took myself on a little artist date to explore the bluebells in the local area. I was also distracted by mushrooms, lichen, moss, and horses, wild horses, and also got a bit scared of these, but they were completely uninterested in me. They were just having their best time in the woods, in the forest, and yeah, they left me alone. But it was very lovely to meet them. And once I went past, I went to Pumphead Enclosure, which is a really, really great spot. I was kind of in two minds of whether to share this online because I don't want it to be spoiled by touristy stuff. And yeah, it was a very sunny day, super nice to explore this area in peace, not so many people, lots of birds, lots of nature, and lots of bluebells, to which we are about to get to. I also sometimes I wonder whether vlog content is something that you enjoy from me. Do let me know in the comments. Tell me, do you enjoy seeing here? I am kind of swaying toward doing more vlog content for you because I enjoy watching them and I love sharing what inspires me. I had a really lovely time. I love exploring different things like reflections on the water. Like, how beautiful is that? And I love looking at the shadows on the ground, like the dappled sun on the ground. But also, of course, the star of this part of the woods is bluebells. Okay, so let's get to them. They're very close. Bluebell season in England, at least in my opinion, is an incredible time. Everything is covered in this beautiful purpley blue, and it's the best time of the year. Like, everything's in bloom. The trees are this beautiful chartreuse green, and you just want to be outside despite all your allergies, which I currently have. I just want to stare at the sun
I just want to hear all the birds. I want to look at all the shadows and hear all the wind. And I hope you too. Let me know what inspires you. Is it the same thing, or maybe you're just not feeling it at all? I'm curious to hear from you, my art friends. Let's enjoy this view.
Okay. And my all-time favorite, apart from Sophie McPike, because I've followed her for for much longer, but my all-time favorite artist that I still get a monthly art from is Little Tiny Egg. She's also on YouTube, and you should 100% check her out. I often put her videos and rewatch them over and over and over again. And this is from her Patreon from, I think this was March or April. I need to double check that. But I love getting her art in the post every month. It just makes me smile. These two are from a local artist. I attended a local fair recently. That was a really good one. It was a local gallery. For some reason, my audience is at the galleries, even though my art is comics and stationery and not fine art, basically. Well, for the most part, I do a bit of fine art, but not classic fine art. And yeah, anyway, I was just thinking of the memories I had from it. And these two postcards I might frame, just because I really love how these leaves look like. And then I wanted a second one, and I picked mistletoe, the good old, what's it called? It kills other plants, basically. And it's by Rachel Reynolds. You should check out her work as well. And go follow her on Instagram. Really fun. And my new page, a new person I follow on Patreon is this artist, which I almost revealed my details on the front. Seafoam Rabbit? Let me just check. Seafoam Rabbit. And I just got it today in the post. And it's so gorgeous. Absolutely inspiring. I want to try out different textures and shapes because I'm so inspired by these. Really beautiful work. I won't reveal the letter because that's a letter. And these are the cards from Lord High Kingston, which is the person who made this print. And that's a cute note, sweet note, I guess. And yeah, that's it about projects. Let's get back into the sketchbook tour. We have quite a lot left, and we're already on half an hour mark. Just checking we're centered. Okay. So this was inspired by a local trip that we took last year. And I also, a few days later, a few weeks later, I guess, we went for a walk and I spotted these foxgloves and I had to paint them in all the possible ways. I absolutely love them. And I love this color palette, like these two colors. Mwah, chef's kiss. And a self-portrait. You might see some random stickers around. These are by Wild Pencil or Wild Pencil Art on Instagram and YouTube. She shares a lot of beautiful painting and tips and zines and things like that. Definitely check her out. Some paintings using, I think these were Schminke paints, as far as I remember. I also started borrowing lots of art books from the local libraries, and this was a study from 50 acrylic paintings book. I used Gansai Tambi, which are watercolor paints, but they're quite thick, and I like breaking the rules and yeah, like drawing or painting quickly with watercolor. And some swatches. This was 28th of September, so about halfway through the year, like the whole time that I had the sketchbook. And another painting inspired by taken from that book, almost one, because it's like a tutorial. So you follow step by step until you get the end result. Washi tape by, I said that at the beginning, Beastly Worlds. They are extra cute. And this was a study of wild pencil art, I think. This was from a workshop. It was like a masterclass for travel sketching with Natura Illustrata in January. So I took a break. I definitely took a break. I didn't date these, but there was a break between these and this, 28th September, and then months and months to this. Yeah, while this was travel sketching masterclass, we were drawing a mushroom, so be warned if you look for this masterclass. I think they keep doing this masterclass over and over again. It was still very good, just not travel sketching really. I did a little exercise where I've created blobs and filled them with faces. Just a fun exercise. That's how I started my art journey. Don't think it was because I started my art journey with drawing, with lettering a few years before, in January 2020, and then very quickly I started doing these little blobs, and with the tiniest fine liner I would fill in the details, and yeah, it's quite nice to go back to this exercise. These guys, these are my watercolor, well, not watercolor, whale sharkies sticker sheet. This is watercolor, this is a digital, so I scanned them and I enhanced them using Procreate. Just a few color changes. I know it's quite different, but I really like this blue, so I turned them blue. And yeah, you can kind of see not too much changed apart from the color. This guy. And we have this guy. And this guy turned the opposite way. Kind of they didn't easily fit on this format, so I switched a few around. This one looks a bit like a proper shark, but I kind of like it anyway. Yeah. I thought it might be interested in seeing the finished product. So here is the sticker sheet. I will leave the link in the description so you can grab them if you'd like to. Thanks for your support. That's that. It's quite a well-selling sticker sheet. People seem to really like whale sharks. And some more color exploration. I don't know what this was. I think just three primary colors, or close to primary colors, and I was trying to see what I come up with. Not sure what inspired this. We're almost at the end. And recently I bought Rosa Gallery paints in pans, and I really wanted to have an urban sketching set. It was inspired by an urban sketching workshop. It's like a free online workshop. If I forget to mention it in the, like link it up in the description, and you would like to find it, give me a shout and I'll send you a link to the tutor. I haven't completed it fully, like I've done most of the lessons, but it's a very, very good, very good introduction to urban sketching and like painting in general even. Okay, I found my watercolor set, but I love these, like wherever I'm in the shop and I spot like these plastic containers, I just buy them and I stick some magnets and turn them into palettes. They're nicer than the metal ones, like these ones, because this is like triple the weight and this is much more portable. And I just make palettes like this. So this is just a random set of colors. They don't really make sense, but this is the one. Excuse the messiness. Oh, don't know what happened here. Oh, the magnet just, okay, I need to stick it back up. But this is the set. So we have Rosa Gallery, 741 Cobalt Turquoise, and this is the color I really wanted. Let me just check. Yes, I'm recording. I'm paranoid basically about recording. 733 Burnt Sienna. So this was inspired by seeing all those amazing, talented urban sketching or nature artists using a similar color from Winsor & Newton, but it's so expensive I could not justify it. And then I came across this Rosa Gallery, which is a much more affordable brand. And then I did a lot of Googling for images. I was looking up different mixes of this color with others, and I found Burnt Sienna and 717 Indigo, which is like a really deep, almost black blue. Royal Blue, not my color at all, I would never pick it, but it seemed to go well with the others. I never think about mixing, I just like the convenience colors. And a Warm Grey, 759. 745 Naples Yellow Light. This is my yellow. Yellow in the palette, not very yellowy. I don't really have a red. I might add a red to this, but I wanted a limited palette, so it wouldn't be overwhelming. And 743 Chromium Oxide, and I feel like I have this color in so many different mediums and paints and everything, because I get drawn to this color. And then I mix them, so it's these two together, and so on. So like these two together, and these two together, and then watered down version of each. So because some of them were a bit dark, so I wanted to see what they look like with like minimal pigments. And then I mixed a bit more just to see what they look like. I love this combo. I love this combo. I love this combo. And obviously Cobalt Turquoise with anything looks beautiful. And then I made some like weird mixes where I didn't fully mix the colors. Don't know if this is boring. I always love getting a bit of feedback from you guys, so let me know what kinds of videos you like. It's been a while since I asked. In the past, you told me that you prefer chatty videos that you can have in the background, but maybe things changed and we have lots of new people as well, so yeah, let me know in the comments if you prefer me going into loads of detail or just doing a sketchbook tour as is and going through it quickly. This was a workshop with... Oh, I will have to pop the name of the artist in the description, because I'm thinking of a different artist from Japan, but this was, yeah, I can't remember. We were using, well, the artist was using Japanese washi tape paper or something like that, cellulose paper or something like that. Really, really thin but strong paper. I didn't have it, so I used this. Basically, we had a wet page, full like damp page, damp. I think he said no damp. Damp was bad or something. But he would only make 2 or 3 strokes and that would be it. But basically like spreading the pigment in to that water and letting it bloom, and then spreading it once or twice more and creating beautiful like landscapes from it. I couldn't resist and I did loads of back and forth with the pigment, but I think the result is really calming and beautiful. Here I was trying to paint a little bit of the pattern from William Morris. I'm really into pattern design, but I'm much more illustrative, and I just wanted to try this out. A tree, don't know, just wanted to paint a tree. Not a perfect tree, but a tree it is. And here's a pose, I think probably from Odd Orange stationery. I imagine from the Odd Orange drawing sessions. And I used my palette from Rosa Gallery. And that marks the end of the sketchbook. Just a sticker. I'm not sure who this sticker is by, or this washi tape, but I love these both. This, where did I get it from? Probably with an order from somewhere. Theo Quests. I'm not sure. And another strip from the artist I mentioned, Beastly Worlds. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this sketchbook tour. Was there any growth in it? Maybe? Potentially? I know I had fun. And isn't that what art should be for? This turned into a product, I guess. So yeah, lots of different things. Lots and lots of different things. Would you like me to talk a little bit more about my graphic novel in progress? I don't know what sorts of illustration you're into. It's a bit more serious. It's a story of a neurodivergent girl growing up with undiagnosed autism and ADHD. Mostly autism, like the story focuses on the autistic part. And it's very grey, but with like very bright splashes of color, because I love that combo. And I've been trying to get back into painting it a lot more recently. So you'll see lots of trials with this material in the later sketchbook tours, because I've been doing that a lot recently. Let me know in the comments if that's something that might interest you. If not, if I don't hear back about this, I will probably not share it as much. I share a lot of it on Patreon. That's my main place for sharing my comics, and like for comics updates. And yeah, let's do a secret emoji related to woods, or if there is a lichen. I don't think there is a lichen. Something to do with woods. You pick. I love doing those secret emojis because it tells me who watched until the end. It's like a little, secret we have between us. And yeah, if you see a like button, hit that. It definitely helps me, and it also helps YouTube to know who to show the video to. If you see a hype button, which I think most people can't see, or maybe they can, who knows, it's like this weird feature. You can hit the hype if you enjoyed it a lot, and you can also hit the bell button if you'd like to be notified of my new videos. But also at the end of the video I will pop a link to the next one, so you can continue without too much effort or looking for it. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely day artsing, and until next time, bye! So now you should see a link to the next video, so click that and carry on watching my videos. See you there! Bye!